All right, y'all. Look, I had to come back on the YouTube videos. You know what I'm saying? Because I got some more stuff to say. I've been trying to. I know I ain't been uploading like every day, like I really was planning to do so, but I'm trying to get consistent to where I can get my message to reach the people, in the algorithm. But I'm trying to get everybody coming from my different social medias to come to my YouTube because I got some longer videos on YouTube. So I wanted to talk about sacred geometry, bro. Like, basically, in the beginning, like if you look at the Bible, right? Now, the Bible in English was translated into English. It wasn't originally English. It was actually in Hebrew, right? And so, basically, like, what happens is that it says in the Hebrew that like when you start transliterating and translating the words directly from the Hebrew rather than the translation that was in the King James or the Sinai version, you start to see like they talk about in the beginning God created the net, or Yahuwah created the net. And the net is like the quantum strings or like the quantum grid that makes up reality. Okay. And so I wanted to talk about that because when we understand sacred geometry, we can understand how to bend the net and manipulate the net and become Jedis. Because in ancient Egypt, they were talking about this, and they talked about the netters, because the netters were people who could access the net. They could manipulate the net. So I wanted to say how basically we have to, as people, we have to become more aware in our mind about reality. Because a lot of times what we do is we create in our mind, based off our perception of our five senses, we create a a kind of like an imagination or a visualization of what we think reality is. But when you actually research and you study and you increase your perceptiveness to be more aware of reality on a smaller scale or a larger scale, you will start to see that Yahusha, which we know now today as Jesus, this is why he was able to do all the things he could do. Because if you read the word, he went to Egypt or Kemet as a kid to study in Kemet. So he learned about the net. You feel me? But except that he's not just a netter, because he was the child of the creator directly. We are children of the creator. But this was a direct child of the creator, right? So what happens is that Yahusha or Jesus, I'm gonna say Yahusha, y'all, because I'll be trying to speak the truth about what it really was rather than what the changed one was. You know what I'm saying? Changed name. But really and truly, bro, when you look at it, the net is something that we can all access with our minds, our thoughts, and our emotions combined together. When we consistently think about something, we consistently feel these emotions, we will bend the net of the quantum spectrum to basically make that which we're thinking and feeling become into our life. So basically, when you can control your mind and you can control your emotions, you can control reality. And that's the thing, is that in order for us to actually be able to do anything, we must be able to, we got to access the net. You know what I'm saying? The tree of life. Like, for example, like everything is geometry. Okay? The net is a whole bunch of sacred geometry that God drew together with God's amazing power, Yahuwah's amazing power, right? To basically create the physical platonic solids that represent 5 states of matter: spirit, air, earth, water, and fire. You know what I'm saying? So when you understand these platonic solids, you understand, well, really the sacred geometry, because the platonic solids are a part of sacred geometry. These platonic solids represent an element, and there's 5 of them, because you can't forget about spirit. You know, air, earth, water, and fire, but spirit is another element. So what happens in the game is, and I say game because this was created off of more like a polymorph. In a video game, when you create anything in a video game, you must use geometry to make that world real. It's like polymorph. A polymorph is a physical, or like a 2-dimensional pixel that is put together to make a illusion of a 3D shape, right? So in real life, we got polymorphs, but except they're molecules, because we're in the 3rd dimension. You know what I mean? But there are dimensions beyond this one. So it's like, in reality, when it comes down to it, we must use our mind to tap in to the net. This is where people talk about psychic abilities and all that. But except, truly, bro, there are no such thing as psychic abilities. I've learned this when I started to expand my research and my knowledge. Psychic abilities are really people manifesting spirits. But when you start talking about telekinesis, you know, teleportation, levitation, all these different things, these are people accessing the net, the quantum strings in which the field of in the quantum realm that builds this world into existence. So what happens is, it's like you basically become like a Jedi, because that comes from ancient Egypt, Kemet, a Jedi. You know what I'm saying? That word that they use in Star Wars, that even the lightsaber shape, the Jedis would use that this relic that was shaped something like a lightsaber to basically help them manipulate the net. Because energy, frequency, and vibration is what our universe is made out of. So what happens is that in true reality, we must understand that to manipulate our reality, to control our lives, we got to control the net. And in Yahuwah, the creator, through Yahusha, the son, gives us the Ruach HaKodesh, the divine spirit, breath, and wind, to manipulate the net. That's why it says, ye are gods and ye are children of the Most High, because in Psalms 82:6, because what happens is that we can use our minds as human beings. We're not based off of survival instinct like animals are. We can tap into the net with our mind and our emotions, heart and mind combined, to manipulate the net. You know what I'm saying? So another thing is this: the Hebrew letters in the Kabbalah, right? The Hebrew letters are representational of, remember, the Bible was originally written in Hebrew. The Hebrew letters are representations of divine powers. How? Because every letter of the Hebrew put together, when all the letters are in like a sphere, they represent a grid. Oh, that's my speaker. They represent a grid, right? They represent a highly geometrical pattern that basically is what I researched. It was like accessing, I think it was 128 or 100 something gates that go within. And it matches with the Kabbalah, the tree of life. You know, the word speaks about the tree of life. So we had the tree of knowledge. We was able to eat from the tree of knowledge, but the tree of life, we can only get through the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So the tree of life is our energy body. Our energy body is more powerful than even our chakras, because truly the chakras are electrical and they have to do with organs. But when you understand the tree of life, we are talking about quantum energy. That when you access these different gates within, going up, right, through our being, we access our energy body. And our energy body allows for us to manipulate the net with our will. We start to become gods and goddesses. We able to bend reality to our will to bring into existence whatever it is that we want. Even if there was a such thing as you had abilities, the abilities that you are able to access, they come from you tapping into the net. When you tap into the net, the quantum field, the quantum strings that build up the physical world, that even build up protons, neutrons, electrons, quarks, all that, you start to see that this sacred geometry is what created everything. That's scientific, and it's in the word. So you combine the science and you combine the word together, and you start to see that it's the same thing, and just people trying to understand it in different ways. So to be truly a God, you must understand yourself. When you can control your mind and control your heart, you can control the net. Because otherwise, what you constantly think about, even if it's negative, since we are gods and goddesses, if you consistently thinking about something negative and you feeling emotions that are negative, you will bring negativity into your life. You will put yourself in hell. That's the reason why it says in the word that Yahusha had once said to us, or what you now know as Jesus, but it's Yahusha though. You know, we got to speak his name in the Hebrew because it's power to it. He said that heaven and hell is within you. The kingdom of heaven is within you, but hell is also in you too, if you let it. That's why it's like you must access your own conscience. We so worried about going outside into the world of space, the ocean, all that, but we never want to go within ourselves to see what's there. If we were to do that, we would have power over the ocean, power over the air, power over all these elemental forces. Because what happens is that we live in a dream. We live in, instead of it being a simulation in the sense of like a video game, it's more like a dream world. And a simulation is how we are able to create that dream. You simulate it. Every time you go into a simulation, you're trying to learn something. A video game is for fun, but a simulation is to learn. When pilots go to learn how to fly a plane, they go into a simulation. They don't play a video game. The people who are in the military, they play simulated. They had simulations before they had video games. Because reality is a simulation. But this simulation that we are in We're meant to learn about our soul, our mind, our spirit. Because when we go, after we pass from this physical world and we transcend it, we will be in spirit, in the spiritual realm, where our mind, soul, and our spirit will be the only thing that we have. We will have new bodies, because if we are saved by Yah, we will have a new body. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, you have spirit, mind, and you got soul. Spirit is what comes from God. Soul is the core of you. And mind is the director of soul energy. When you combine mind and soul, that's how you access spirit. So that's why it's like, the true reality is this. You want to put yourself in a predicament where what are you putting out into the net? Are you putting out negative energy? Because then you're going to reap what you sow. You're going to get negative energy. But you don't want to get negative energy. You want to get the right energy. You want things to be good. You need it to be good. When it's good, that shows that we're thinking and we're feeling positive emotions truly, to where we start bringing good things into our life. People start to become affected by us differently because we tapped into that net by tapping into our energy body, accessing the tree of life within. We got to go quantum. See, people are waking up now, but they starting to go only as deep as talking about the chakras. When really the chakras are in the body. They're electrical and they have to do with organs. But we got to go deeper than that. We got to go all the way to the quantum strings, to when we start to bend reality based off our emotion, based off our thought, based off our will. But we have to convey the will of Yah. You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't convey the will of Yah, we'll put ourselves in utter chaos and we'll be in hell within. Because it's within you. Because truly we have eternal life, it says in the word, when we save. Otherwise, if you spiritually dead and you die, it's over with. Ain't nothing after that. So for those who do believe in that, who are spiritually dead, that is your afterlife, nothingness. You would just be over because you're spiritually dead. Your soul has not been restored. That's why when you read the word, it says, Yahuwah will restore your soul. Later on, it's for you to take your soul and get it saved. That's why we got to be baptized in water and in spirit in order for us to access our spiritual power, our true inheritance. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say to you, try controlling your mind. Try controlling your emotions. Don't identify with the thought. Don't identify with the emotion. Let it pass by. And how much you gonna see when you controlling your mind, you controlling your heart, all of a sudden you gonna control reality. So that's all I gotta say, y'all. I just wanted to come on here. I'm trying to bring everybody from TikTok, everybody. I'm probably gonna put a video on Facebook, but I'm probably gonna put it everywhere. Like, I need people to go to the YouTube because I got a lot of shit to say, man. But I need more time. I was posting a lot on TikTok, but TikTok only give you like maximum 3 minutes. So I was like, nah, I need more time than that. But yeah, you gotta understand the sacred geometry. That is what makes our world. When you understand that, you will be at a point where you like, hold up. Why is it that I'm thinking something and it's happening? I was just feeling this emotion and all of a sudden that emotion brought this into my life. Because that's the net. They don't want to tell us about the net. They want us to think it's only matter and energy, a nihilistic viewpoint. But that's not what it is. The truth is, you can access the net, the quantum field of energy, of quantum strings that make up sacred geometry to build up this world. It's all energy, frequency, and vibration. It's a song. It's a song that's being played. You feel me? When you playing that song, God is playing a song. Yahuwah is playing a song that's making this whole world come into existence because everything is based off energy, frequency, and vibration. That's why we can access the net. When you take water and there was an experiment where they took water and they played vibrational songs, right? They played a song and it was like vibrating. And it literally made the water turn into geometrical shapes and figures. That is because in reality, that's how Yahuwah created the world. A sound. That's just like how it's saying the word. He said, let there be light, and there was light. But the light of consciousness, because the luminaries came on the fourth day, if I'm not mistaken. So that's why I'm saying, you got to understand the sacred geometry. Because when you understand that, you understand, okay, if I think like this, and I feel like this, I'm going to have a resonance field where my geometry of the quantum me, the energy body, is going to be able to manipulate the net to where all of a sudden I'm going to bring goodness into my life. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, bro, I ain't no preacher or nothing, but I got to speak the word, bro. The most I put it on my heart to speak the word, bro. I had a dream and everything. So I was like, I got to do it. But yeah, like, that's the truth. See, everybody thinks that the word is religious, but it's not religious. The word is a historical, allegorical, which is spiritual, book. It's living. You know what I'm saying? So when you understand that, now you can understand, oh snap, I understand how I can manipulate the net. Because when you understand how to manipulate the net, the more and more powerful your energy become, the more and more ability you will have to manipulate the net. You got to understand that. Yahusha manipulated the net. That's why he could walk on water. And we can do what he can do. It's saying the word that we'll be able to do things greater than what he did. But you got to be understanding of what he did to even do what he did. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like, look, if you want to do something that has to do with bringing something new into your experience, you must understand your mind first. You got to understand your heart, your emotions. Because that's how you're going to tap into your energy body, which is quantum. That body exists even after you die. That's what's going to be judged by Yahuwah to see where you're going to go. Are you going to just be nothingness? Because the ones who are spiritually dead, they die and it's over. It's over. They only have the physical, this shell right here, the avatar body. But the true body of us is our energy body. When we access that, we can change the world. See, instead of going to war, it's a war on our soul, a war on our mind. You want to fight the war the right way, you must fight it spiritually. That's the only way. So yeah, that's all I got to say, man. I know this video, I ain't trying to make it too long. I want to make it long enough, but I don't want to make it too long. But yeah, like, subscribe, comment, you know what I'm saying, share, you know, like I'm trying to get this YouTube channel to a point where it could be monetized so that I could just keep doing this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, 1,000 subscribers ain't nothing, bro. We could do that. So like, subscribe, comment. I'm gonna try to keep the videos coming on a consistent basis. So yeah, you know, we can make it happen. But deuces.